But there we go. We are live, guys. Welcome everyone to the next game of the series, MarineLorD playing versus TheMista. They're both gonna be playing Rus. That means they're both gonna be getting the same bonuses, the same units. Are they both going to go for the same strategy though? That's the question. Left unanswered for the time being, but yeah. Talking about the civilization, the Rus are going to get, first off, the bounty system, by which you get extra gold by roaming around and killing animals around the map, right? So both players are going to start going for scouts right away. Let's take a look at the units over here. So Mista's already on 2 scouts. We have 2 scouts for MarineLorD as well. It seems like Mista's going to be able to get the deer on the right hand side over here. Meanwhile, MarineLorD on the other hand, where are his units? He's gonna be going down south with one of the scouts. The other scout's gonna be coming up north. He's going to find out about Mista already taking his deer. Well, they cannot do anything because the first one who shoots is going to end up losing the deer. So MarineLorD's just gonna try to, yeah, it's just gonna try to come here and prevent Mista from taking the deer. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Whoever shoots first is going to lose the deer. Good job though from MarineLorD. He doesn't doubt taking the deer over here, so he's going to end up securing this for sure. Meanwhile, Mista has already been able to collect the deer on the left hand side, so that's going to be a lot of gold for him. It's going to be going for this deer over here. MarineLorD's going to jump into it. It's going to run into it himself. By chance, he's already taken the deer on the right hand side. So yeah, let's see who can take this sooner. Good job. And now they're gonna be fighting against each other. Mista's micro over here, we'll see if he can do it. Mista's bailing though, he's just given up on the deer. What's going on? 155 bound to go for MarineLorD, 165, 145 right now for TheMista. Yeah, and he's just giving out the deer over here, so he gave up on deer over here. He gave up on the deer over here. Right? It's looking so much better for MarineLorD. 195 right now for Mista. MarineLorD on 230, so very, very close to unlocking tier 2 bounty as well. Nerd talk, I love it. This is beautiful. So yeah, besides getting free gold from killing animals around the map, you're also going to get, with Rus, the bounty tiers over here, going to make your villagers work faster for food income anyway. So we take a look at that, and he's already on tier 2, which means the villagers can harvest food 10% faster from all sources. Then that's also going to improve the hunting cabin, which is another one of the bonuses from Rus, right? Getting access to, wow, MarineLorD scale over there, well played, very well calculated, good job. The player is also going up to the fuel H, but yeah, I was saying the hunting cabin is going to be another one of the bonuses for them, generating gold depending on the amount of trees around it, right? So it seems like it's been a little bit better for Mista over here. And let's see if he's been able to get tier 2. Oh man, he's not been able to get to tier 2, so economy is going to be much better for MarineLorD. This is what I was talking about. MarineLorD has found great success in previous winter series tournaments so far, obviously, and Mista struggled to perform quite as well. So I don't know, I'm liking MarineLorD's chances over here quite a bit. He's been able so far to get better bounty, unlock a higher bounty tier, right? He's out microed Mista for the most part. And let's see about population, who's got the most villagers currently. So we have 17 villagers for MarineLorD and 5 scouts versus 5 scouts and 18 villagers for TheMista. MarineLorD's still on 17, so yeah, it seems like Mista has been able to keep the TC working a little bit a little bit better rather. Is not getting quite as much idle TC time. But MarineLorD still, with the 2nd tier bounty, he'll be able to, yeah, he'll be able to secure a much stronger food economy. We take a look at Mista on the other hand, and he's still struggling to get to tier 2. Plenty of scouts coming out from both players. Both are going to be getting professional scouts, as you can see. Here for TheMista, here for MarineLorD. Both professional scouts are coming in at about the same time, so what they're going to try to do is they're going to be sending the scouts forward to try and collect the deer ASAP. The enemy deer, usually. As soon as it's finished researching for both players. It seems like Mista's gonna be in a little bit of a better spot though. He's got 6 scouts over here compared to only 5 scouts for MarineLorD. So we're gonna see Mista bringing 1 extra deer back home. And I think that's the total amount, right? Yeah, MarineLorD's gonna be sticking to 5 by the looks of it. Meanwhile, we have 6 over here for Mista. So yeah, there we go. MarineLorD's going to collect the deer over here. And the Mista's going to collect the deer over here himself too. Nobody's really going for any extra scouts. We have a wooden fortress, which is another one of the bonuses for Rus, and is going to make it so that drop-off bellies like lumber camps within the wooden fortress influence over here will be turning 20% extra wood, as you can see. So yeah. Besides that, Rus are also going to have twice the HP on Palisades, which is pretty neat, and then they also have a fishing ship bonus, but that's not going to be relevant on this map, of course. And yeah. This message sent at 1912 to measure latency in chat. Wouldn't it be better for you to just say what the time is in-game? I don't know how... Oh, okay, I guess you're just checking the seconds on your screen anyway, right? I guess that also works. Yeah, I would like to know what time in-game it is for you right now, Flower and Dancer. I can't believe it, man. I did turn on ultra-low latency on YouTube, and I know that I've just sound like a broken record here, and I have said this so many times, right? But for me, it was like 4 seconds when I was testing it before going live. And then it turns out that for people around the globe, it's more like 20 seconds or so, which is so bad. It is so long. Oh boy. Well, anyway. I be a Trinity coming out right now. Yeah, that is 16 seconds, Flower and Dancer. From the moment I saw it, it was 1930. So yeah, anyway. I imagine it's probably going to be twice as much for you, right? Because you have to wait to receive the signal, but regardless. Abia Trinity is coming up already for TheMista. And MarineLorD is actually going to go... Yeah, it's going to go for the same. It's going to be the same for both. This will make it easier, a little bit smoother to go for warrior monks, and what we're going to see over here most likely is just going to be horse archers and warrior monks for both players. It's just been the case every time we have seen a Rus mirror. There we go. Yeah, there you are. So scouts, 7 scouts over here from MarineLorD. Both players should have gotten enough deer to get going for the time being. Yeah. They have. And where are the warrior monks? Just horse archers, no warrior monks whatsoever. Okay, we do see some warrior monks coming in from MarineLorD, not so much for TheMista. This is really interesting, because Mista's gonna be going for full horse archers, while MarineLorD is gonna be diverting some of his economy into warrior monk production, so we'll see if the meat shield over here is going to suffice. I know in Age of Empires 2, it'll be pretty good. Right? Sorry, Flower and Dancer, what I meant to say was what time in-game it was for you. And I misread that as 9:14 before, I think. Or something. So yeah, what time do you see right here, right now? And then I can see how much latency there is, but this is just experimentation. It's not really high priority, of course. There you go. Bunch of scouts over here for MarineLorD. You can see the warrior monks coming in just yet. He's just gonna try to collect the relics. By the looks of it, I think he might. Let's take a look. Yeah. He's going around to collect the relics. Okay, that's good. It's actually pretty nice. There we go. Now that he's dropped the relics, he can start using the warrior monks over here as a meat shield. So the thing for these is they're going to be so much better compared to the scouts. You can see over here they have much more attack. They have a lot more HP as well. There's one sacred side controlled over here by TheMista, or about to get control. Meanwhile, MarineLorD is going to be trying to control this one himself. Yeah, so we have 2 relics over here for TheMista as well. Good job. The 5th relic? I don't see it right now. Somebody must have collected already, right? Yeah, MarineLorD's just gotten it. Alright. Yeah, MarineLorD has just gotten the 3rd relic, so it's gonna be a little bit stronger, right? That will be for him 300 gold per minute. So that's a non-trivial amount. That is 100 extra gold per minute, which means each 10 minutes. 701. There is no way. What? It's 12 minutes for me. In game 715? No way! It's 12 minutes and 8, 9, 10. Jeez, that is a huge delay. 3 minutes of delay, that is way too much, man. That is way more than I have ever seen before, and this is supposed to be ultra low latency stream. Yeah, I'm sorry about derailing this for anybody who might be watching the video, you know, as a VOD as opposed to live streaming, but yeah, I'm just trying to gauge what the live experience is like for people, and it seems like it's not particularly great. Come on, YouTube, get it together, man. Let's take a look at the engagement over here. Bunch of scouts, 3 warrior monks for TheMista. MarineLorD, on the other hand, has got 3 warrior monks, 10 scouts as well. Let's take a look at villager count. We have 42 for MarineLorD. Compared to Mista's on 43, so he's been able to retain his villager lead somewhat. Damn, man, 5 minutes of delay. There's just way too much. From chat to your small chat in the bottom of the screen, it takes about 5 minutes. Jeez. Yeah, that is definitely not meant to be like that. Does it still happen if you refresh the stream, by the way? Let me know when you get this message 5 minutes later. Don't think you're going to miss too much anyway. Well, maybe you would. Maybe just try to refresh after the game is over, because, you know, between now and the next 5 minutes, a lot of things could happen. So, yeah, maybe it's better not to. 37 horse archers over here, 14 scouts, 36 horse archers, 6 scouts. A lot more meat shield for MarineLorD, mind you. As for the upgrades, both are equally upgraded. Sacred Side Control coming in for Mista. Let's check. MarineLorD's being extremely cautious over here. This is what I wanted to see. Yeah, the Boyar upgrade. Boyar's Fortitude. This would be so strong. MarineLorD's going for it already. Let's say Mista's going for it. Mista's not going for it! He's going for extra pierce attack! Oh boy. This is so good for MarineLorD. And we saw this actually happen to Lucifron, I think. Lucifron versus Donarty, I think it was. Or was it Donarty versus Vortex? I don't exactly remember what Winter Series 2 semifinal was, but I do remember one player going for Boyer's Fortitude and dominating the engagement versus the other player going for Blacksmith upgrades. It's just not going to be enough. You see that he's got extra attack right now, TheMista that is. He's only now going for Boyer's Fortitude. So MarineLorD could potentially take the engagement already, but he doesn't know. Well, I mean, he still has not finished researching it. But he's coming forward. It's 10 seconds for H to finish researching. Now he's gonna try to take it. He's gonna go for it. He's going to go for it. Here he comes, and Mista knows. He knows. He's not going to take the engagement over here. While the units from MarineLorD are so much higher HP, he's just being a little bit patient over here. He's gonna wait until he gets 42 himself. Let's see how long that's going to take. He's about halfway there. MarineLorD could probably just try to force the engagement because he knows that Mista's bailing is because he doesn't feel confident taking the engagement, right? So he could go forward and try to force the engagement, otherwise take villagers down, but he's not going for it. He's just trying to be very cautious over here. So will MarineLorD also go for the blacksmith upgrades that Mista's been getting since earlier? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's going for Pierce attack right now. Just going to bring these horse archers to 13 attack, and it's going to equalize Mista's stats, right? Stat for stat. Mista, on the other hand, is about to finish researching. 42. Now he's got extra HP. Now he's looking a little bit stronger. And for numbers, we have 54 villagers, and then 58 and 21 horse archers and scouts for MarineLorD. Versus 55 villagers, extra horse archers from TheMista, but not anywhere near as many scouts. Does have 6 warrior monks. MarineLorD, on the other hand, he's got 6 warrior monks as well. This should be going in favor of MarineLorD. I think the meat shield over here is going to be so much stronger. So here comes the big engagement, guys. Who's going to come out on top over here? Oh boy, this is beautiful as well. The enhancement is going to run out though for many of these units. Yeah, and it seems like Mista's coming out on top. Well, the upgrades are the same for both. Yeah, MarineLorD is getting pushed away. Wow. 14 horse archers over here, despite the incredible meat shield from MarineLorD. Mista doesn't take the engagement over here. Yeah, the enhancement was looking so much stronger for Mista over there. However, MarineLorD has split a small group of units to roam around and pick a few villagers to try and get the raids going. Let's see about this. It seems to me like it was a misclick from MarineLorD because he ended up running straight into Mista's units as opposed to actually targeting the units. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. The Saints Blade. It was not quite as good for MarineLorD as it was for Mista. He was much better able to take advantage of it. The red player that is now MarineLorD is significantly behind. Mista's looking very, very strong. Now, mind you, MarineLorD is getting a lot of damage done over here though. With these horse archers over here, he's being able to get so many villagers down. We take a look at Mista's villager count and he's at 43. Meanwhile, we take a look at MarineLorD and he's at 46, right? So he's managed to get a small villager lead, but I don't think this is going to compensate for being so far behind. In military is going to be a big issue. He's got 7 horse archers compared to Mista's 37. I refresh in-game time is okay, so that's better. That's 19 minutes and 28, 29, 30 seconds over here on my end. That seems like 20 seconds of delay for you only. Compared to 5 minutes. Whatever happened though? To have a 5-minute delay before, I have no idea, but yeah, thankfully now it's significantly lower. Yeah, there we go. It's about 17 seconds of delay for you by the looks of it. So that's a lot more manageable. Now we can actually chat. We are not at different times. We are not in that Sandra Bullock and Ken Reeves movie anymore. Good job, Mista still looking strong over here. The MarineLords gonna be in some hunting cabins over here. Why though? Ah, he was taking the board, right? Yeah. He's got some meat. He's carrying some meat. Well, that's pretty good. In this position, if you're in MarineLord spot, you're certainly going to try to maximize your economy because that's the only way you're going to be able to come back. It's got to be extremely minute in your army, in your military control, and your economy efficiency as well, because when you have fallen behind by this much, that's basically the only way. Good job. Mista should be able to take this one still. Does have more units. Although he's getting pushed away. Well, he is up against a fortified, a wooden fortress rather, right? Yeah, this one's got arrow slits too. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, he hadn't researched it for this one. Good job from Mista. Let's see, here comes Mista once again. He's gonna be getting this sacred side control. It seems like we're going to have a long game, guys. MarineLord is not giving up, and Mista's struggling to really take advantage of the lead he's been able to create for himself. Let's take a look once again, villagers. I think he might have fallen behind the villagers, right? Because earlier MarineLord was looking stronger after the raids. No. Mista was actually able to bounce right back up. But he does have only one TC, so the only way in which he's been able to bounce back in villager count was probably just MarineLord idling the TCs himself. Don't think Mista's been able to get too much raiding done himself so far, so that's gotta be it. Anyway, Siege is definitely going to change the game over here as well. Mista's not really gonna be able to fight against this without Siege of his own, and he does not have any right now, not even Springles to try and take care of the Siege from MarineLord whatsoever. There we go. Here comes MarineLord. I don't think he's got enough though, Mista. He's got a second group of units coming up from the left-hand side. For upgrades over here, it's going to be a little bit better for MarineLord. He's already been able to get a few extra upgrades, and now he's got the enhancement over here. I don't think we have any... Yeah, I don't think we have any warrior monks over here for Mista, so of course MarineLord's going to be coming up on top. Good job! Yeah, the amount of shots over there should be helping him quite a bit. To be fair though, these upgrades are not really going to, like the... Yeah, or the enhancement rather, is not going to be enough for MarineLord to take all the units from Mista over here after he ended up losing the warrior monks. So he's gonna be relying on the siege over here. Let's take a look at military count once again. We have about 26 horse archers for Mista, MarineLords at 17. It's about 9 extra units for the Mista. Although of course siege weapons over here are going to be worth a lot more than that for MarineLord if he can get good shots with these ones. got a Springle right now as well to try and prevent Mista from taking the siege weapons down. And Mista's still roaming around. Extremely close game so far. No more warrior monks over here for MarineLorD whatsoever. No more warrior monks over here for TheMista either. Nobody seems to be going for them too much. Nice. I think Mista's probably gonna need to go for some fortified towers around here. Or wooden fortress, rather. Wooden fortress is around here, so he can protect this area because he's been getting punished here time and time again. Good job. That's what I wanted to see! This, oh god, the horse archers are getting completely flattened. Take a look at the HP left on the units from TheMista. Now MarineLorD can actually go and try to force an engagement over here. So Mista turns around, but that's going to be a huge mistake, of course, against all the manas we have over here. 4 manas from the Springle, plus the Springle over here. Mista's military is going to be so much stronger. And take a look at that. Take a look at all these horse archers getting completely shredded. Good job. Wow. And the Springle's going down over here as well right away. So we see another one coming up from TheMista, but MarineLorD snipes it right before Mista can actually take advantage of it. So MarineLorD looking stronger right now and taking the game. After looking so much weaker just a few minutes ago, Mista could not capitalize on the lead he created for himself a few minutes ago. And now MarineLorD does end up taking game number 1. And this was an incredible one. 26 minutes into it, we are going to have 1-0 score in favor of MarineLorD with an incredible comeback over here. Let's go and take a look at the achievements. We'll see then for timeline, a much higher unit count over here for Mista after the first very big engagement over here. But then he did not really capitalize on this. Oh boy, villager count on the other hand was kind of neck and neck for the most part. MarineLorD did end up falling behind a little bit at later stages, but nothing too bad. Military count over here, he was able to bounce right back up. This is just incredible. This is just amazing how MarineLorD was able to come back from such a rough position over there. After he took so many losses over here, he went right under 10 military numbers over here. Meanwhile, Mista, sorry, was able to retain for the most part close to 40 military units himself, but did not do anything with it. Did not do anything with it. You know, I remember when we were watching Genesis and we saw Mista versus the Viper, I noticed that Mista seemed to be a little bit too passive. I remember there was a game in Mongolian Heights, I believe, in which Mista had so many units, but it took him so long to win because he was so passive, and it seems like he's still having the same issue these days. So yeah. Anyway, let's go back and wait for game number 2 then. Perfect, game number 2. So, as stated, MarineLorD's gonna be playing with French over here, Mista's gonna be playing with English. That means, for MarineLorD with French, he's gonna be getting cheaper villagers and scouts production, depending on the age, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 15% cheaper, depending on the age. He's gonna have on top of that cheaper eco upgrades, 30% cheaper eco upgrades, and then on top of that, we also have for French 25 wood discount and drop-off buildings, which is going to be huge. He knows the location of neutral trading posts at the very beginning. He also can select which resource the trade cards are going to be bringing back. On top of that, we also have free melee attack upgrades from the blacksmiths. And then he also gets... yeah, he also gets for water. Actually, 20% fast or extra resources from trade ships, right? Meanwhile, Mista, on the other hand, with English over here, is going to be getting a myriad of bonuses from cheaper farms that are going to be working faster, closer to the mills, to Vanguard men-at-arms, to the network of castles bonus, as well as twice the arrows that the TC are gonna be shooting. The keeps are gonna be able to produce also all military unit types too, or keep type landmarks. Yeah, then on top of that, villagers are going to have bows. I'm not really sure if I mentioned that one already, but yeah. Besides it, we also have a kind of like a water bonus, but that's not going to be too relevant, which is going to be 1 extra range on Navy units. So yeah. Anyway, while we wait for anything to happen over here, let's take a look at the map generation real quick. This is going to be very important. MarineLorD's already making a switch to gold, right? So he does have over here 8 villages on food. He's going to be making a switch to gold, and he'll be able to go up to the fuel age very soon. He does have the gold on the left-hand side, which is going to be mostly to the side. Meanwhile, Mista, on the other hand, he's got the gold forward, which is not ideal. Especially when you are, you know, gonna be potentially getting raided by Royal Knights and whatnot. Having an exposed gold like this is not ideal, but he might be able to protect those villagers. He does not have any gold on the back though, unfortunately. Meanwhile, over here, MarineLorD, this is kind of like a side-ish gold. This one is also going to be kind of side-ish. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be a little bit easier for him to protect it. Well, we'll see. Skill cover is coming up for MarineLorD. Meanwhile, Mista, on the other hand, is going for the Council Hall. Go figure. And it's just going to be Lombos and Spearmen for the English player versus Royal Knights. Nice. Let's take a look at production once they go up. You know, the Council Hall is going to be producing archers so freaking fast. Lombo so freaking fast, so at the very least that's going to allow him to hold on against Royal Knights at the very beginning. Which are going to be priced here, they're going to be taking longer to come up. Especially if the Mista does end up going for a barracks as well. Now, to be fair, I mean, English are pretty good, but I think I'm liking MarineLorD's position over here just because of who he is. I feel like MarineLorD's gonna be able to squeeze a lot more out of French than Mista's gonna be able to do with English. That is just my opinion right now. I might be completely wrong over here. I might be getting completely proven wrong in a few minutes. We'll see. But there we go. Skull cover is already up, and MarineLorD's gonna start queuing Royal Knights. He should. It's not going for it just yet. There we go. It's got an archer range coming up as well, so it's gonna be going for Royal Knights and archers. Meanwhile, Mista, on the other hand, still struggling to get the Council Hall up. He's got a barracks. It's going to be archers and spearmen versus Royal Knights and archers. On paper, I am liking Royal Knights and archers better. We'll see. It just feels like a lot more valuable. It feels like Lombos and spearmen are not going to be quite as aggressive. Let's check. There we go. Lombos coming out, spearmen coming out. Meanwhile, MarineLorD on the other hand doesn't really have too many Royal Knights though. He's got only the one over here he sent forward. And he's going for archers instead. Well, that's fine. I don't mind it. Let's see. Good job. So far, no one's been taking too many losses, but Mista seems like he's going to try to be aggressive himself. He's coming forward. Yeah, and still no more Royal Knight production for MarineLorD. He's just given up on it completely. He's just going for scouts instead. He's just going to try to get professional scouts and get the deer in, right? He's about to finish researching it. Stuff. We see some extra Royal Knights coming up from MarineLorD, so it's going to retake production. This might be one of those timing things that we have seen from Vortex before, right? Where one player is going to be timing things in such a way that allows him to maximize his civilization. So maybe MarineLorD is just trying to delay Royal Knights over here so he can go for scouts first instead. And then by going for scouts, it's going to be securing food income for later by bringing the deer back. And then he's going to make a switch to Royal Knights. That seems like what's the plan right now from MarineLorD to me. So he's going around right now. Let's see if he can take the Lombos down. We already have Spearmen over here. The Outpost coming up at the center over here. Beautiful. MarineLorD knows about this, by the way, because of the Lombo, the one Lombo over here fighting. He's trying to deny it, but he couldn't do it. The Outpost does come up. Good job. No palings over here for Mista whatsoever. Yeah, it's just gonna be relying on the Spearman to defend himself. Well, that's all good and dandy. MarineLorD knows exactly where the units are coming from. We're gonna see Mista coming in for another outpost. And this can be very strong. We saw this already in the previous set, of course. Vortex doing this to Hera. Hera at that point he was playing. He wasn't playing French, right? I think he was playing the Delhi Sultanate. No. He was playing the Holy Roman Empire for game number 1, I remember. Yeah. And it can be very strong. We already saw it work, so let's see about this one. There you are. Good amount of spearmen over here for Mista for sure. MarineLorD on the other hand got a good amount of archers, so he should be able to counter the spearmen, of course. But yeah, not too many Royal Knights. So that means he doesn't really have anything to take on the enemy Lombos. Let's take a look if he's getting a hidden villagers at the very least, maybe. 34 villagers, no. 29 villagers. Actually, yeah, he is getting a hit. He's got 5 extra villagers compared to Mista. What is Mista going for? Or is he just forgetting about it? He might be just forgetting about the TC, or he might not be able to keep it working at all times quite as well. Because that's already a significant lead for MarineLorD. So yeah. About latency though, I watched a soccer match where Italy went to penalty shootouts. Okay, I'm going to finish reading that after the engagement because this is very, very important for the game with the Royal Knights over here going down to the archers and the spearmen plus the archers from MarineLorD going down to the Lombos from Mista. He should be able to come out on top over here, right? I think so. Oh man, but these Royal Knights are tanking so much. Outpost got denied over there. Wow! MarineLorD does successfully end up pushing Mista away. Well played. Remember that he still has a stronger economy too. He was able to take the outpost down over here. Good job! MarineLorD is looking strong all of a sudden. Mista still has some units over here to work with, but... yeah. He was able to keep him off for the time being, and we take a look at current units right now and we see 32 to 19 villager to military distribution compared to 39 and 8 for Mista and MarineLorD respectively. So MarineLorD's economy is so much stronger right now. If he does not take any extra damage over here for free and any extra losses over here for free, he should be able to very soon start sustaining production of Royal Knights. That's probably going to be enough already for him to take the game. We'll see. We'll see. Good job over here once again. Taking a bunch of Lombos over here. Really good micro from MarineLorD. Mista's bringing a few extra spearmen over here, but he's running low in Lombos. So yeah, I watched a soccer match where Italy went to penalty shootouts. The game was played in London. I watched it in Danish state broadcasting's homepage. I was also watching a Twitch stream in Naples, Italy, and when I saw her cheer, I could see Italy scoring a goal 7 seconds later, right? Well, that happens to me very frequently as well because I do not have cable TV. I just don't like it. I watch the national team's matches online on the state page website, right? And because it's got some latency compared to cable TV, I hear my neighbors scream, either curse or celebrate, and then about 10 seconds later I actually see the goal. So yeah, I know what it feels like. It feels spoiler, man. It feels spoiled. Good job, another outpost coming up over here from Mista. There you are. Yeah, the outpost over here is going to keep some pressure, but MarineLorD still has access to wood. He's got this wood line on the back, which is beautiful. And Mista's not really roaming around enough to deny the rest of the wood, so he's actually just kind of falling behind him further by going for the outposts over there because it's going to be extra resources he's investing when he's already kind of on the back foot, right? Once again, MarineLorD, 44 to 15, equal to military, 39 to 28 over here for Mista. Yeah. I'm still liking MarineLorD's position quite a bit. Good job. MarineLorD's coming forward right away with the scouts. Don't think he'll be able to do too much damage over there. I'm not really sure what the plan is for these units. Probably just try to raid around. Maybe. TheMista is going after deer over here. Wow! Mista actually has 2 deer patches back to back. I think MarineLorD's gonna try to steal some of these deer, right? Or is he gonna try to actually fight against the villagers? No, he's just gonna try to steal them. Okay. Don't know if he'll be able to. But Mista, we know for sure, won't be able to stop it. Good job. Gonna select this one villager to see if he's going to end up losing it. He's not taking any damage anymore, no. MarineLorD's going back. There we go. Yeah, the outpost is going down right away. Good job. Wow. That completely crumbled. Well played. You know, it's got... If he goes for a second or a third round more here, he might have enough units to actually go and try to take the school of cavalry down, I think. How many stables do we have for MarineLorD? If he doesn't have losing the school of cavalry, he will have no Royal Knight production anymore because he does not have a stable. Does have Pierce Armor coming out right now though, +1. You know, we'll take a look at Mista on the other hand. Significantly more military units, still behind by about 7 villagers. He's got a lot of longbows and spearmen being produced. And he does have some blacksmith upgrades coming out, so he already has 1 extra attack, right? So he's got the field attack upgrade. And he's going for the field defense upgrade as well. Pierce armor. Which is pretty good. It's the one thing that he's going to be struggling against archers. His own spearmen are going to be struggling against archers. Against knights, well, the spearmen are going to be fine. It'll be good though, probably to go for melee defense anyway, but yeah, let's see. Here they come. This is gonna try and take the outpost down. I think he'll be able to do it. Oh man, MarineLorD's bringing a bunch of villagers over to try and repair this, but that means he's going to end up taking a lot of losses as well, and the ram is not even being targeted right now, only at this point. He's decided to try and take the ram down, so he's taking it down, and there we go. But that's a lot of villagers going down from MarineLorD, and Mista finds himself a 90 population, 48 to 42, equal to military. Meanwhile, Mista, on the other hand, is going to be on 52 to 28. So only 4 extra villagers for MarineLorD so far. Mista, given all the units he's got, plus the extra rounds coming in over here, the outpost on the way as well, might be able to get good pressure going over here once again. We'll see. Needs to finish building the ram. Good job. There he goes once again. MarineLorD has actually kind of bailed on this wood line. He's trying to find a different wood line, so he's going to be moving over the left hand side. Very, very far away. There we go. Wait. Oh, this could be really good though. Mr. realized about this. Wow, and he's gonna be taking some villagers down. Right now, with these villagers going down, that's going to be already enough for him to equalize, I'm pretty sure. Right? Yeah, there's only 1 villager left over there. Mista's not even going to try and chase her away, but yeah, I think with this, he actually does catch up. There's been no raid whatsoever from MarineLorD on the Mista at all. We have 54 to 68. MarineLorD, well, 55, 56 to 42. And all of a sudden, Mista is looking so much stronger right now. His population is so much higher at this point, and MarineLorD has just been trying to mass the units up before taking a big engagement. He's been holding. He's had a higher villager count for the majority of the game, only up until now, right? The Mista has been able to catch up. So MarineLorD's been on a stronger economy overall, and now he's going to be using those resources to go for a strong army of Royal Knights over here and archers. He does have Pierce armor. Beautiful. And now here comes the engagement. It's all going to be about unit control, and it seems like Mista, well, Mista's got a good amount of units over here, but that's not his entire army. He's bringing a few extra units over here. And he still has some Lombos up north, plus a ram over here and whatnot. He's got to bring everything together once again. Does he have a second TC already? Well, the Mista doesn't seem to. Nope. Just want to see for ball players. Full military production. Yeah. No extra TCs whatsoever. Mista does have the stone though to go for an extra TC. Let's see how many villagers he's got on stone. He's got 3 villagers on stone. So he's not collecting quite as heavily. He could very well be going for an extra TC. If he wanted to go for a keep, he would probably be investing a little bit more heavily into stone. Let's see. Really good job from the Mista, by the way, taking advantage of the extra range of the Lombos over here to try and take better trades. He's gotta be careful. Beautiful snipes over there. The ram's going down instantly to the Royal Knights, of course. Should be anyway. It's not down! What? Wow, the ram doesn't end up taking the outpost over there. Good job from the Mista. He's looking very, very strong. And MarineLorD kind of missed a chance over there to clean up the ram and to kind of stale the push from Mista. While the red player is coming forward once again. Huge amount of spearmen, hardened spearmen. Doesn't seem like anybody's gonna be going out to the castle just yet, although the Mista is the one getting closer to it. So we might see him go up actually very soon, as a matter of fact. Yeah, never mind. He's got the food already. He's kind of missing the gold. He does have some stone, so if he used the market, he does not have a market. If he used the market, he would be able to go up to the castle age already. He would be able to sell a little bit of the wood. He will be able to sell a little bit of the stone, but it seems like it's just going to be relying on actual collection instead. He does have 13 villages and gold, so he's going to be on his way to the castle age now. So what is he going to go for? Well, it's probably going to be the White Tower, I imagine. Or is it going to go for the King's Palace? Where is it? Okay, he's going for the King's Palace. That's going to be a second TC for him. Beautiful. Raid over here from Mista, by the way. He realized about MarineLorD's stray villagers. Good job. Alpo's coming out from the Mista over here. He knows about this wood. Yeah, I don't think MarineLorD's gonna be able to finish this. So anyway, guys, Castle Age is here. This can change the game. Notice how Mista gets to the Castle Age and what does he do? First thing, we see Veteran Spearman coming up right away. He's gonna be going for Veteran Lombos as well. And then he should be going also for extra attack and extra armor on the units for sure. Because right now MarineLorD, as he should, is gonna try to force the engagement as he is still very much stuck in the fuel age. If he does not take an engagement right now, a favorable engagement is going to be less likely that he'll be able to get an engagement later on after the upgrades finish researching for the Mista, right? So here comes Mista. He's gonna try and take the engagement right away. I don't know if it's going to be enough though. He's still waiting for Veteran Spearman. Doesn't even have Veteran Lombo coming up at all. Even though he does have the resources, he's gotta go for it. He's not doing it. Oh man, I feel like he's taking a little bit too many losses here before the upgrade hits. Still waiting about 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. He's got it. He's got Veteran Spearman, but he still ends up getting pushed away from here. And he's going to make a switch to Men at Arms. Interestingly enough, he's going to completely give up on the whole Lombo idea. Despite having still a decent amount of Lombos over here, could potentially go for the Veteran Lomboman upgrade, but no. Just going to go for Men at Arms instead. Just roaming around, trying to bait MarineLorD's units into it. Now the thing though is MarineLorD is not really going to have to take the engagement right now. So Mista cannot really do too much by bringing the units over here, because like what is MarineLorD going to do? Just take him 5 when he's going to be facing Men at Arms? No. He's going to turn around and run away. He's going to be kiting over here. So Mista's engagement over here was not the best. I think it would have been a lot better for him if he would have gone for Veteran Lomboman and Standard Spearman instead. That's the other way around, but yeah, it's got the Men at Arms switch over here. How many barracks is he producing from? He seems to be producing from 3 barracks at a time, 4 barracks at a time, as a matter of fact, alright. He's got a mangonel coming out as well. We're gonna see also armor cloud coming in, which is going to increase. There we go. There we go. It's going to increase the range of melee armor on Men at Arms by quite a bit. So you're just gonna be sticking to this. Meanwhile, MarineLorD on the other hand, he's gonna be getting enough resources to go up to the castle age very soon. He's got it already, right? He's got plenty of gold and he's got finally enough food right now to go up. So what will he go for? Well, the French are certainly gonna go not for the Royal Institute. No, but the other one. There we go, the Guildhall. Just going to produce resources for them. That will allow him to potentially get more production going in the long run. And potentially offset for the Men at Arms, because Mista's units are looking very strong right now. Beautiful, and Mista took the time as well to go for early Men at Arms as well. We have a bunch of upgrades coming up from MarineLorD. So he's got cantled saddles. This is going to give extra bonus damage to the Royal Knights, 10 extra. And then he's also going for veteran archers, and he's going for veteran Royal Knights. So he will be upgrading all the units he's got, as opposed to TheMista, right? Who's just going to make the switch instead. Here come the Men-at-Arms. Here comes the Mangonel from TheMista. The engagement is taking place. This is so good though, because the Men-at-Arms are going to be sucking damage from the Lombos. Lombos are going to have to target the spears. And it's so hard to target individual units when you are fighting against a mixed group of units like this. Beautiful, beautiful. Raid over here coming in from Mista! MarineLorD! 67 villages in Mista, unfortunately. Did not really pay attention to the units over here at all. He just sent the units running forward. It's going up against the farmers, maybe? Yeah, MarineLorD's been able to save these villages, which is incredible. Mista, on the other hand, struggling to get the pressure going, right? But it does have a good amount of units, to be fair. Plus the siege over here. Mista could very well end up forcing a full series over here, end up forcing a third game over here. Still retains the majority of the outposts up on the right hand side, so it's only a matter of pushing the center and left hand side of MarineLorD's base. Meanwhile, MarineLorD though is bringing the bulk of his army to the left hand side to try and find these units up. He's going to be able to clean that up, and then he's going to bring the units back to the center to try and fight against the Mista. Now, because Mista ended up losing a lot of units in small groups, he's going to struggle big time. There we go. To hold on against this huge military. This huge army from MarineLorD. 67 to 47 for MarineLorD. Mista, on the other hand, 96 to 46. So it's not that he does not have army, it's just that where is it? I don't see it. He's got plenty of Men-at-Arms, but they are not all forward. Many of the units are on the way, or they are defensive as well. Yeah, he's trying to bring everything together once again. Good job though. He does take the Mangonel down from MarineLorD before MarineLorD is able to make use of it. So now Mista is going to be the only player with siege anymore. He's gotta keep coming up, so it seems like Mista was trying to save for the keep as opposed to for the second TC. I mean, after getting the Abbey of Canes, right? He did not need the second TC anymore, so he was able to divert all the stone towards the keep over here. And wow, Mista does the job, taking on MarineLorD in game number 2, enforcing a full series, proving me wrong. And hey, here I was predicting MarineLorD to come out on top, but Mista played an incredible second game. Let's go and take a look at the timeline over here once again. We're going to see for villager count, actually was very, very even for both players for the most part, but MarineLorD did manage to get a slight lead over here that he was able to hold on for a very long time until eventually, before Mista got to the castle age, and with all the raids he had going, he was able to get ahead in villager count himself. Now for military, on the other hand, Mista was significantly ahead for the vast majority of the game. After he got to the castle age though, once again, not going for the veteran art longbowman upgrade. I think it was probably a mistake. I think he probably could have gotten a better trade over there going for that upgrade instead, but he did end up prioritizing the spearmen and making a switch to Men-at-Arms, and in the end it did end up working for him. So, you know, credit where credit's due. Overall KD over here significantly higher for MarineLorD, but it did not matter because once again Mista was trading much more cost efficiently. He was trading for spearmen, right? He was taking lombos, or he was taking archers, and he was taking knights. So we played. Let's go back and wait for game number 3. And there we are. Welcome, you guys. It kind of seems like Hillandale. No, it's not Hillandale. No. This one, Confluence, is the one with both rivers, right? Crossing each other out. This is a very interesting one. Okay, I wasn't really sure what to expect because of the civilization picks, but it does make sense. It does make sense. Should be able to wall the crossing out over here, wall the crossing out over here, and then you're going to have a fairly safe map to try and take advantage of the dynasty system the Chinese get. So yeah, I think you're mistaken it for an Age of Empires 2 map that we have seen in the Wandering Warriors Cup. That's the one where they had to transport villagers out of the center island or a starting island in the lake. That one is called Houseboat, by the way. If you're talking about the one in which they start with a TC in the center of the lake, and then they had to produce villages and keep on transporting, that one is Houseboat for Age of Empires 2. Yeah. Alright, so for the civilization over here, both players are going to be getting the same stuff. That means for Chinese, we're going to be getting for both 100% building stuff, except for defenses, which villagers are going to build only 50% faster. On top of that, we also get for Chinese the dynasty system, by which they're going to be gaining bonuses by building both landmarks from any given age to enter a new dynasty, right? So they are going to start in the Tang Dynasty, which is going to give 30% extra line of sight to their scouts. And then they can go up to the Song Dynasty in the feudal age by getting both feudal buildings up, both feudal landmarks up. That's going to be Barbican of the Sun in the Imperial Academy, which would give you, for the Song Dynasty, 35% faster building or training villagers, as well as unlocking the Zuganu archer unit, as well as the village housing building as well. Then we get also the Yuan and the Ming dynasties, which are going to also give you extra bonuses, extra buildings, and extra units. However, every time that you unlock a new dynasty, the previous dynasty's bonuses disappear, so you have to eventually go up and get potentially the Spirit Way and the Imperial Age to unlock all the unique units again, right? But regardless, let's see, 3v3 over here. Mista's being extremely cautious. He knows just how strong MarineLorD can be when it comes to micro. So he's waiting for the 4th scout until he feels a little bit more confident. Now MarineLorD will end up getting pushed away. Now this is very interesting. Both players did end up going for scouts from the very beginning. So if we take a look at the villager count, MarineLorD, it's at 11 villagers over here. Meanwhile, we have 11 villagers over here as well for TheMista. So it's going to be neck and neck. I was talking about the bonuses, by the way. I talked about the faster working builders. I talked about the dynasty system. Chinese will also get free chemistry upon reaching the Imperial Age, which is pretty nice, pretty neat. And then they also get 20% faster working docks, which is fantastic as well. They also get access to the Imperial Official, of course, which is going to be collecting taxes. Although MarineLorD doesn't seem to have one right now. Yeah. We don't have one right now for Mista either. They're just trying to go for water economy instead, just prioritizing actual units, actual eco units. There are Zuganus in AoE4. I need to check that on Wiki. Yes, there are. It's the Song Dynasty unique unit for the Chinese. So after you get both landmarks in the feudal age, Barbican of the Sun and Imperial Academy, you're gonna be unlocking the Zuganu unit, which is basically a Chukanu, just spelled differently. And I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be pronounced the same, or at the very least I suspect that's the case. I'm not 100% sure that actually. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep on calling it Zuganu for the time being. But regardless of which pronunciation is the most accurate, it is going to be available here as well. Yes. Who's got the best trade over here? It seems like Mista's got more units, but MarineLorD's micro over here is being pretty good. However, Mista's also playing really well over here. Bailing with the weak ones. He does end up taking one loss over there. Let's take a look at the military KD over here. We have 1-1, 2-0 in favor of MarineLorD. And Mista lost the dock over here as well. So this is what I'm talking about. MarineLorD's micro is incredible. He plays really good age. As we have a second dock over here coming up for Mista. MarineLorD do not need to go for a second dock himself. That's going to be a lot of extra resources that Mista had to invest only so that he could keep on taking advantage of the fishing boats over here. And that's going to allow MarineLorD to sustain production for longer, of course, because it's going to have more resources. that he did not have to invest into a second dock. And if he doesn't take this one down, that's going to be so tragic for Mista as well. Everything seems to be going really well for MarineLorD in game number 2. I see Barbican of the Sun coming up for him as well, so he's going to be going up to the fuel H already. Mista on the other hand, he's got no landmark coming up whatsoever, so MarineLorD's looking extremely dominant, guys. Not gonna lie. Mista in a big struggle right now. The Barbican of the Sun about to finish building for MarineLorD. He'll be getting to the fuel H. While Mista's only now going to have the resources to go up. And he's going for Barbican of the Sun himself as well. There you are. Beautiful. There we go. What do we have for MarineLorD, by the way? He's bringing the junk forward. He's got more junk production coming up. And just villagers. We take a look at Mista on the other hand. What's the scout production or nothing? Just villagers over here. Yeah, and he's going to get pushed away by the junk. Good job. MarineLorD might end up taking the fish boats over here. Yeah, well played. Wow! Wow, that is a very quick game. Listen, 8 minutes into it. Mista's just going to call it. I gotta say it was a little bit anticlimactic. MarineLorD does end up taking the series in over here with the final score of 2-1, but Mista was definitely on the back foot. He had to spend so many resources going for the extra docks just to keep the fishing ships working. In the end, he was going to end up losing the third dock, and he was going to end up losing the fishing ships. So I do understand his, you know, his reasoning for calling the GG over here, but it was definitely not as much of a lead as you would be expecting there to be at this stage. I'm assuming that this is GG and not a drop, but I'm going to take a look. Mista had a lot less military, well, I mean, marginally less military, but he had the Barbican of the Sun. I'm just going to go and ask, but I would understand if that was actually a GG. Let me check.